Just take 1 minute to go live.
Okay, we are live now. Let's go ahead.
Okay. Hi everybody. Welcome to the Lisk Founder Spotlight episode 5. If you are joining this call, wherever you are joining the call from, it's always exciting to have every one of you around. Knowing that every time you hop on these live streams and you get to also watch the play into and listen to everything we have to share with you, listen to the amazing and strategic conversations that we have and demo we have. It's always super exciting to have all of you guys join. So if you're joining on this call, I will want you to quickly go ahead and just invite as many persons as you can invite. Uh, repost this. If you're watching from X, if you're watching from YouTube, go ahead and copy the link and share your WhatsApp status or share to your friends in the chat. Let's get as many persons as we can to join this call, to join this live stream, because it's going to be very it's going to be quite direct and but very valuable. You get to hear how Web3, if Web3 can really fix the whole freelance economy and also the whole earning system that we have, generally. So it's going to be a beautiful conversation with the CEO and CEO of ORYX. So go ahead and share this. I'm just going to give us, say, 60 seconds. Excuse me. 60 seconds to go ahead and share this to as many persons as we can. If you have TG groups that you are in, go ahead and copy the link and share it. Let's have the last let's have persons joining us in this live stream so that we don't have a lot of persons who are missing out in this amazing session. All right, let's do that for the next 1 minute, and then we go right in to the main conversation of the session. Yeah, let's do that quickly. I'm doing that from my end too, by the way, so that we have more persons joining. Uh, all right. While you're doing that, I'm going to jump right into it so that we don't keep every guest and every other person waiting. My name is Danny Amara, and I'm doing great stuff here at Lisk, spotlighting great founders and the amazing founders that are building on Lisk, and it's been a beautiful experience, beautiful journey. Love it, enjoy it. I'm a creator and a product designer by real-time career and profession, but I'm a full-time creator, so I love that. That's currently what I'm using my life to do right now. So, and we are here at the Lisk Founder Spotlight, episode 5, with the team from ORYX, and yeah, you will definitely love this session. So we are going to allow Gifty, you go first, quick intro, and then Victoria and the other boss on the call will now give us a quick intro. Let's run it up. Gifty, over to you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Gifty Coin. Ecosystem ambassador for Lisk, based in Port Harcourt. So we basically do things here in Lisk. We spotlight and bring founders in the emerging markets, and it's a honor to be here with you guys today. I deeply appreciate it. Thank you guys for having me.
Amazing. I can go ahead, right? Okay, awesome.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, hey everyone. Hi, good to be here. My name is Victoria Adedayo. I'm the CEO and co-founder of ORYX. And what we are building is deeply connected to one of the biggest challenges we currently have in the team, which is trust and accountability in terms of incentives. And we've seen it happen, right? Where projects launch, bounties like campaign and you distribute grants, but often there's no like way to verify it, like verify if this incentives actually led to the impact that the projects that actually put out that bounty wanted, right? So we see millions of dollars being lost through all this funds and all these rewards, but the actual impact is not being met in terms of marketing, user onboarding, developer engagement, and all that. So this is what we are trying to fix, and this is a problem we're trying to solve. And yeah, that's my intro. So Shane can go ahead.
Good evening, everyone.
All right,
My name is Sean.
over to you.
Okay, so yeah, good evening, everyone. My name is Sean. I'm the CEO at ORYX. Like Victoria said, what we're trying to do is quite simple. We're trying to cut the bullshit and ensure that the people who are doing the work get the reward, and then everybody else should go home. That's kind of what we're doing.
All right. Thank you very much for that quick introduction. Uh, yeah. So very quickly, we are going to jump right into it. Why you giving a quick intro? You probably have given us just a little bit of what Project ORYX is. So let's just talk about it for a few minutes, and then we from there talk about our major team for this, and we now see where the Lord leads us from there. So very quickly, let's talk about Project ORYX. What's the idea? What actually propelled you to begin this project? Was there a specific frustration or a gap that you both experienced or saw in the market, in the economy, that brought about building out this solution out there? So two questions: what is Project ORYX again? Probably a little bit more detailed, and what propelled you and the team to begin Project ORYX? Okay, let me push this question to Victoria. Let the lady go first. Yes.
All right, I was just about to say that, but yeah, I can hear some sounds in the background. I don't know if it's coming from Gifty's end, so but I don't know. Okay, so basically, I'm going to talk about the problem we are trying to solve. I already touched a bit on that, so I'm just going to emphasize more on that. And Shane can, go ahead to talk about how we are providing that solution or solving that solution, basically. Okay, so as we all know, right, in Web3, Web3 is full of incentives. Like Web3 is full of grants, airdrops, bounties. My first contact with the whole Web3 ecosystem was in terms of hackathons and bounties and all those stuff. So it's full of incentives, it's full of all those kind of things. And in terms of as I've said, airdrop and all that. So right now that's what most projects rely on, right? They rely on all these bounties, all this airdrop in terms of marketing to promote their projects, right? To promote them. So this is a real problem, and we need to look for a way to optimize it and make it better. And what is missing in the current flow or the current structure we have in terms of incentives is proof of work, right? Proof of work is missing. And the whole motto of RX is proof of work, proof of reward. If you don't prove your work that you've done, there is not going to be reward for you. And we need to talk about proof of work that is verifiable. Right now, most projects they rely on mere hearsay and say, "Oh, I've done this, I've done that." When you have like thousands of people applying for a bounty, how do you verify that each of those people that you are rewarding actually did the work? I think I was speaking to someone earlier, and I was like, all these airdrops that people are being given, how are you sure that the people you are giving the airdrops to, as in they deserve it? How are you sure that they deserve it? Because we just put out airdrops, people say, "Oh, I win this airdrop, I do this," but do they actually do the work that they're supposed to do? Right? Most people that actually do the work that deserve the reward don't actually get it, and this is a big problem where you have fake submissions, right? Wasted funds, wasted grants. Protocols put out grants, put out money, and they don't see the measurable outcomes that they need. And in terms of limited trust as well, like some ecosystems right now, they will tell you they cannot sponsor hackathons. Like I've met protocols that will tell you we don't sponsor hackathons because we've not seen the impact or the outcome we are looking for in terms of hackathons and in terms of certain bounties. They don't sponsor it because they don't trust it. So this is a problem, right? Where funders, people that fund these hackathons and these bounties and these airdrops, they do not trust the ecosystem anymore. And this means that the contributors that are willing to contribute to the ecosystem do not get rewarded how they should be rewarded, right? And it's not that people don't want to do work, right? It's just that the system is not, it's not been optimized enough. The system does not favor the people that are giving out the money, and it also does not favor the people that are doing the work, right? So what if every incentives in Web3 and every bounty and every grant and every tax has to be proven before you are being rewarded? What if you have to prove that you have done the work before you're actually rewarded? And this is the system we are trying to build. So I would allow Sheon talk about the solution and how we are actually approaching this, because this is something that it's a very personal problem for me, and I'm so happy that I'm part of those that are building this solution and building this. So yeah, Sheon, go ahead.
Michelle.
Yeah, thank you, Victoria. Uh, so I was, as I was listening to Victoria, I realized there is something. So when we talk about ORYX, there is something we don't say, and it really worries me. The whole idea behind ORYX was created from two realities. The first reality is this. Um, I've been in the ecosystem for about 5 years now, and in that time, we have been privileged to see a lot of projects, protocols, initiatives come into the continent, and they've come with the land is green as a mindset. They've come with we need to empower, we need to create flywheels, we need to create distribution channels, we need to invest. What happened is, as with everything in Africa, especially the more populous countries in Africa like Nigeria, everything we do is influenced by population. So what that means is the moment people heard that people are giving free money for ideas, everybody had an idea. Everybody showed up. Even ideas that nobody thought of. I'm really happy ChatGPT did not exist then, because it would have been a shit show. Everybody,
Yeah.
ChatGPT, give me 15 ideas. I want to collect airdrop for 15. And back then, all you had to do was, I have an idea. I'm going to make a token, and they will give you money.
Mm.
They learned the lesson the hard way. And what now happened was, they said, you know what, maybe this is not a good market to do this, to have this kind of behavior in. So all that money left. In 2022, Techstars was, they were taking projects from Africa, they were taking projects from Nigeria. Everybody was raising money ridiculously, left, right, center. Then it was about the pitch deck and how well you could talk. Coinbase was giving grants left, right, and center. There was money everywhere. Today, if you have a business idea, if Lisk is not funding it, you won't see 1 naira. And unfortunately, Lisk is the only person doing 0 to 1 today. Everybody else wants you to have built the idea, gain some traction, show that you are there already. But this is still Africa. Our problems are
Yeah.
still the same. We don't have enough support to go from 0 to 1. So who is going to take on the responsibility to do 0 to 1? Lisk stepped up and said, we will do 0 to 1. But guess what? The problem hasn't changed. Immediately everybody heard Lisk is doing 0 to 1. Guess what we did? Everybody has an idea again. And everybody rushed to the place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was privileged to run one of the first incubation programs while I was at Aya. And one of the things we saw a lot of projects, a lot of submissions, we saw a lot of founders. We saw teams that got destroyed just because they collected 1K. As in $1,000. The entire team went apart. We saw teams that they had an idea, okay, come pitch it, they pitched it. We said, okay, go register a company, go build an MVP. They're like, no, 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 we don't want to do that. Just give us money because we have an idea. And it was so ridiculous. Like, people don't want to do the work, but they want to collect the money. Now, Lisk has amazing partners across the continent that are doing so much work to ensure that the people who are deserving of, these funds that need help to go from 0 to 1 actually get the funds. Unfortunately, you can't do this at scale. Africa is a very big continent. So we started thinking, how do you ensure that work is verified both on chain and off chain at scale? And that's why we built ORYX. It's not to change what is happening, it's to make it more efficient. It's just to say that we're not going to wait until Lisk feels these guys are not serious. They just tell a lot of good stories, speak a lot of good English, take the money and run, and then they leave and they go to Southeast Asia, they go to Latam. We're not going to, sorry, excuse me, we're not going to wait for that. So many funds have pulled their funding out of Africa in the last 3 years. There are a few projects that still believe in the continent, and we on the continent need to do our best to encourage them, to tell them that, look, we're not all thieves. We're not all telling a story to collect money and disappear. There are people that are actually doing really good work. They have some platform, but they need the support to go from 0 to 1. ORYX is the platform that helps everybody cut through the noise, cut through the fanfare, and every ecosystem leader can go through ORYX and see and say that guy is doing the work. That guy deserves the fund. That guy deserves the support. So that's what we built, and it's still early days, it's still day one for us. But we're seeing a lot of traction, we're seeing a lot of support, we're seeing a lot of people nodding their heads and saying, yes, this is exactly what we needed. So it's a lot of validation for us, but we're still going, we're still learning. But that's basically ORYX in a nutshell.
All right, thank you very much for that quick breakdown. Thank you to you both. So, I'm excuse me. So you mentioned a couple of problems that you you have seen prior to building ORYX, and how uh, you decided to come in with this solution that is still in the day one. Um, okay, as still in the day one time. We are still in day one. So just a follow up on that. So looking at the problems now that we have when it comes to persons being able to actually prove the work they've done, the contribution they have done before taking all of that money and all of that. So how how is ORYX? I want you both to give us like a workflow, a step by step run through of how ORYX is is actually solving this problem with the two. How are persons who are maybe bringing, they have funding to give out, they want to reward persons. How does ORYX actually solve that problem of sieving out persons who actually are not doing any real time work, and also now putting aside persons who are actually doing the work, who have the proof of work and should actually be rewarded? What is the structure that you and the team have put in place to be able to track this? Any this question goes to any of you really. I don't know who to ask this specifically. So
No, so
I don't know if
I'll do it. I'll do it. It's fine. Victoria is technical, so if you leave her, we'll be here for 4 hours. But okay, so but if I don't speak on a technical angle, it's two parts. So for us, there is what we call an automated validation engine. Our our user journeys involve two people. The people enablers, these are people that want to fund outcomes. Basically, you want to pass money through the system, and you want to ensure the money reaches who it needs to reach, and you want to ensure that the money funds the outcome that you're looking for. The second person in this user journey is the person that is actually doing the work, who the incentive is actually supposed to get to. So the way our flow works is, as of today, where we have an MVP that is launched, we have a couple of bounties on the platform. Bounty creators come on the platform, they create bounties, they set what the outcome is. We want to onboard 1,000 users, we want to create new wallets, we want people to notice us on social media, whatever the outcome is. and then they put a money in, like an amount of money behind that outcome, and it is deposited in a smart contract. From there, the system has human validators as of today. These validators are, you could think of them as judges to ensure that the work that is being done, it has proper oversight. Everybody is watching it and they are verifying it is done correctly. But the validators are required to stake money just to ensure that they too they don't behave in a bad way. So if they behave in a bad way, obviously they lose their stake. So that is how we ensure that they have skin in the game. So once the bounty is created, it is listed on the platform and then it is open for anybody to compete. On the other side, for those who want to actually access this money, they see the bounty, they're like, oh, I like this bounty. There are bounties that you can compete as an individual. There are bounties that require you to form a team. So regardless of what direction you go, whether it's a team or an individual, you also are required to stake a fee. For example, on the bounties that we're currently running, we have two bounties up to like $1,000 in rewards, and each person is supposed to stake just $1. The reason why that stake is required is if it is completely free, anybody will just jump in and do whatever they want and walk away. But we are requiring you to stake $1 just to show that you're serious. And after the bounty is done, we will refund the stake. So it's not as if you're paying for anything. So there is that. On the other side, this is what we've built today. Over the next few months, we are currently trying to raise funds to help us to build the automated validation engine. So the way the automated validation engine works is that it can now go into the internet. It can go through your submissions, both on-chain data and off-chain data, and verify that what you said you did, you actually did. I'll give you a very, very simple scenario. We had a project come on the platform to tell us that they had users claiming rewards, but nobody actually created a wallet on their platform. It's like, how do you have users that say they deserve the $10 bonus, and then when you look on your back end, there's no wallet there? It's like, doesn't make any sense. And so we said, okay, fine. What will happen is for every interaction, we will verify the transaction hash on chain. And if you can show that yes, you created the wallet, you funded the wallet, you went through the user journey and everything, then you get the $10. At that point, everybody became quiet. Nobody wanted to claim that they did it again because all of a sudden now there's touchlights to check whether you actually did the work. So that's basically what ORYX does today. Tomorrow, we're hoping that we can fully automate this and deploy this at scale in such a way that you don't even need to come on our platform. You can literally pull the API and do verification on hackathons. You could do it in incubation programs. You could do it in grant funding, competitions, whatever you want. As long as you're using money to incentivize the behavior, ORYX can help you verify the outcomes. I feel like saying praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much. So, by the way, I think that the test for you guys should have been the hottest product on Lisk right now. Every year right now is orange.
I love it. I love.
So
I
two
think
questions. Two
Lisk has
questions.
given us amazing support so far. But yeah, thank you. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, so two questions. My first question would be the target users, but then you've already dived that into the bounty owners and the participants, right? But then my question would be, let's say for me now as an individual, right? I want to run a campaign. Let's say I want users to just go for a sponsored giveaway or stuff like that, and I'm having like a target in reward to give out. This these rewards, the cash, is it sent to your platform or it's kept in my own wallet? Then after the users have verified their participation, you guys distribute it, or just talk us through your method of the delivery.
I mean, this is a standard practice to escrow these type of payments. What Web3 gives us the luxury to do is to lock these funds behind the smart contracts in such a way that it's not in our hands and it's also not in your hand. And then the milestones are tied to the smart contract. So immediately the bounty is triggered, there is a wait period where the people who win the bounties, they have to be verified to ensure that they actually did what they said they did, their wallet addresses are correct and all of that. And if everything checks out, then the rewards are distributed immediately.
Thank you very much. Okay, so go ahead. So there are two campaigns ongoing right now. I think the one of DigiPay and talk to users about the campaign on the platform.
Sure, I can do that. I can do that. Can I share my screen?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure. Go ahead.
Currently, the first one we have is Digit Pay. And so all they need to do, right? So this is a community bounty, right? And the essence of it is to onboard users into DigitSpay. So we have milestones, as he said. I think there was one point I also want to emphasize as well. We built ORYX to make sure everyone is accountable. So both the participants, the validators, right, and the funders, those people that are funding the bounties, they are accountable. The first process is when you're creating a bounty, you will put the money into the escrow, as Shion has mentioned, right? We have an escrow. You put the funds there. This is to ensure that in case or the funder will not come and tell us that they got cold feet or they don't have the money at hand, but before you start running bounty on ORYX, you have to put the money in the escrow. This is to lock the funds to be sure that we are all in this, right? We are all in this. So they put the funds in the escrow. Then the next step is we also have validators staking. So validators have to stake a certain amount of money. This is to make sure that the validators are in this for real as well. If they happen to grade or judge a particular milestone wrongly, they are going to be, their stake are going to be slashed basically. So the validators are staking, and if they do not look at a bounty well, let's say they do something fishy, their stake is going to be slashed. And the next people that is going to be accountable is the participants. You are required to stake a certain amount. For this first bounties on the platform, it's quite, we made it reasonable. So just $1 to participate in a bounty, which means, and most of these bounties has like reward of over like $1,000. So each person gets at least $100. So you don't that's a minimal, like that's a very small amount compared to what you're going to be getting out of the bounty. And yeah, so this is the DigitPay bounty. The first step is for them to, the first user journey on DigitPay, they also sign up and deposit, receive, send, perform all those transactions, all those things. And the second milestone, right, when they're done with this milestone, they're going to submit it, then the validators will look at it. Then when this is done, they now head over to the second milestone, which is this: they have to refer 10 users to DigitPay. Then when they're done with this, the validators are going to look at this and approve. That means when all this is done, right? It has to be done. If it's not done, the validators will have to tell them to go back and do it again. Then when this is done, they can now go to the third milestone and also submit for that. The third milestone requires you to have at least 50 USDT on the Lisk network through DigitPay. So you have to have that in your DigitPay wallet. Then you submit a proof that contains that, and all this is going to be submitted via a CSV file, right? You have to submit a CSV file that contains all this. Submission for this bounty, sorry, application or registration for this bounty is currently ongoing. It's currently open, but they are going to be able to submit starting from November 1st, which is in a week and a few days to come. So this is all of like the summary of the DigiSpay bounty. And we also have another bounty on the platform, which is the Clap Me bounty. A very interesting one, actually. This we are providing 100% match reward. So when I and Sheon and the founder of Clap Me were talking about it, it was so exciting because the whole idea of it is to gamify the rewards, right? Make it exciting for the users. And we're going to be providing 100% match reward. So users on Clap Me would need to earn points, right? They need to earn a total of 10,000 points, which equals to $100 on Clap Me. So they are going to redeem when they're able to get the 10,000 rewards, that's 10,000 points on Clap Me. They're going to redeem that 10,000 points for $100. Then when they've gotten that, now on ORYX, we would now match that reward, which means when you get $100 on Clap Me, we're going to match that and give you $100, which is really exciting, right? So we're giving this to 5 people that are able to complete this, and same time. This is also starting November 1st, but they can start registering. We already have people actually registering on the platform, so this is also like an interesting one. So they want more details on this, they can just go over and read through this. But yeah,
Wow.
that's
All right. Gifty, are you here? Okay. Let me just go ahead. All right. Thank you for that quick demo. So just to, I think probably you might also, I mean, you've shown us the available bounties that are on. I also love you that you also show us for persons who want to put their bounties live on ORYX, how they get to, what's the process like, how can protocols also get to put up their bounties on ORYX. Can you walk us through that as well?
um
So yeah,
yeah.
to create bounties, that's back office stuff. So for bounty creators, the user journey is just one user journey. You just need to reach out to us. So once you reach out to us, we usually have like a very very short conversation to understand what your outcomes are, and then
Yeah.
we take those outcomes and then we go and we build a bounty for you. We try to make sure that we get the right metrics, the right milestones that help us to ensure that the outcomes that you're trying to fund is achievable and verifiable. Once that is done, there is a we have an onboarding platform that we send to bounty creators for them to fill in all the information, make the payments via their wallets, and do everything. We're also currently working. This is completely a new announcement, but we're also working on account abstraction, gasless transactions, um, account abstraction, gasless transactions, just to ensure that the onboarding journey, both for bounty creators and also participants, is relatively very very simple. I should also so yeah, basically that's how bounties are created. I should also specify that these are the bounties currently listed on the platform, but we have upcoming bounties that will be posted between now and I think the first week of November. But ultimately, ORYX is committing to distributing $10,000 in rewards before the end of the year. And this is just our
Wow.
initial go to market strategy to get everyone um, you know to on board on this new belief that if you do the work you will get the reward. Proof of work, proof of reward.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much. Gifty, you can we we can't hear you.
Can you guys hear me now?
Is it just me?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh shit.
Oh, we can see you and we can hear you.
Okay, okay, thank you very much. My name was just went out for like a minute. Okay, we've come to like to the end of this conversation, right? We usually do this whenever we have the opportunity to spotlight founders to talk about their journey and their products. So, but today I just want to have add like a little twist because they've already spoken about this already. But then my question is, if you were to start all over again, would you start with leaks and why? If you are given the opportunity to start all over again, are you still going to choose leaks? And why would you choose leaks?
Okay. I'm going to tell you guys a very, very interesting story. Um yes, if we're starting again, we definitely would choose Lisk because Lisk gave us the belief to do this. I think they Lisk is and has always been our number one cheerleader. From when this was a simple idea on a very, very simple WhatsApp chat, we've had support from this. Like, this is an amazing idea. You guys should build this. So if Lisk did not give us that, thumbs up, ORYX wouldn't exist. So if we're doing it again, we definitely will still do ORYX with Lisk.
So, so would you encourage other persons who are
Okay,
thinking of building a
so
product to build on?
or just say this is like a camera given to you right now. The camera is on you. One word to your fellow founder or early stage builders that are coming from Africa that you tell them about it.
Victoria.
Okay. So one word I would say to a founder that wants to build on leaks, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I would say believe in yourself, right? Believe in yourself, believe you can do this, and also believe in the problem that you're trying to solve. Most founders do not actually like, some founders, let me say most, but as a founder, you need to believe in what you're trying to do. You need to have that conviction because most times when you're building, some people will come to you and they'll try to give you negative comments, right? Some of those comments you just need to pick them out and work on it. I think there was a time I was at an event and we were speaking to an event investor, Iron Shield, and they gave us some comments. And instead of us taking those comments and say, "Oh no, we are not doing this again," no, we actually took those comments and put it into what we're building and gave us this amazing idea. And I don't know, it just sort of solidified what we are building, right? So most times you get feedback, do not take it to heart. Do not say, okay, because of this I don't want to continue or move on or something. Just believe in yourself, and I'm sure you're going to do great. And the fact that you're going to be coming to build on Leaks is also a very big plus for you because Leaks is one of those ecosystems and those protocols that supports you, right? Supports you one on one, supports you by the community, supports you in everything like that you need, right? So this is what we're doing, right? The spotlight is being sort of like from leaks, right? So basically, this is why we're here. As a founder in Africa, just believe in yourself and you. Let's just start.
Okay,
Amazing, amazing.
sorry.
Can I add something?
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to add to every new founder two things. One, Lisk, the support from Lisk is only useful if you talk to Lisk. And by talk to Lisk, I mean they are, they are human beings. There are people behind the name Lisk, and they are always available and happy to speak to you. Santiago, Edward, Chidubem, Georgia. There's a lot of people. Talk to them. Their insights are so amazing. They would direct you. They would guide you. Which brings me to my second point for every new founder. Support is not always measured in naira and kobo. Sometimes support can be an introduction. Support can be validation of an idea. Support can be feedback. And if I'm being honest, the biggest support we've gotten from Lisk has been introductions, validation, and feedback. It has given us the backbone to take ORYX to where it is today. And that continued support is what helps us to believe that we can take ORYX to the moon. So talk to Lisk. I think that's my feedback.
Talk to leaks. I think we
All right. So
leaks.
yeah, just before we wrap, borrow just 5 minutes of your time. Questions I'm asking both of you, very direct questions. You guys, both of you, just first. If, these are every question we get on this session, and that question: if we are not building other idea problem that needs a solution now, ecosystem. That's one. Then two, if I would love both of you to to be for. I want to tell us what Project ORYX is in not more than. So let's first question of you first, then we'll go the second one.
Sorry, I didn't get any of the questions. I don't know if it's just me, but the line was breaking.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
Okay,
very
so I said two questions. First is I want the both of you to I want to give us in not more than 30 seconds. Tell us project very fast in not more than 30 seconds. Tell us what Project ORYX is. And then number two question is, if we are not what you are building now, or if you get to build another idea, what is that one idea? What's that one problem you've seen in the globe that you will build if you didn't, right? That I mean, there could be persons who are thinking, what problem can I solve right now? Questions. We'll just first one first, the elevator pitch. The both of you then we'll run the wrap up. So Victoria, I can go first. 30 seconds. I'm going to time it. So if it's not 30 seconds, I'll tell you that you are not giving an elevator pitch for your products.
Voila. Okay. All right, let's do this.
I'm timing.
ORYX of work reward. So that's like everything we're building. And I feel like I've said this before, but yeah, let's just do it again. But what we're trying to solve, a verification layer for incentives. I feel like that just sums it up. We are verifying incentives to make sure that the rewards goes to people that are providing the impact, desired impact and outcomes. So that's like basically it. And another thing, if I'm not building what I'm building right now, what would I be building? I would say it's definitely going to be a product that helps people, right? In summary, it's definitely going to be a product that solves problem. That's a very tricky question, Danny. But yeah, that's my answer for it.
So sorry, just go. Um, I want us to say, I mean, anything you're building, you have to solve a problem. What would be that one big idea? I know that, I mean, you have something, probably an idea you have in mind that you might do that later, but you just give something, a major a problem you've seen in the society, maybe locally or globally, that you know needs solution and will have impact. Pick your brain. You never.
Okay, sure. I should go again, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm a developer, so I've always been intrigued with developer tooling. So it's definitely probably going to be a problem that a solution rather or a product that has to do with developer tooling. So I don't know what it is yet, but that's sort of something that has been on my mind for a while. But yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. That's you, show your pitch, 10 seconds speech, and then you give us your own idea. Yes.
Okay. ORYX. ORYX is it's a verification layer around incentives designed to guarantee outcomes and ensure that every dollar spent is measurable and impactful.
Okay.
Yeah. So when you asked the other question, if I wasn't building ORYX, if I had an idea, my first reaction was, I'm not going to tell you.
Right. Oh my goodness.
But if I think about it, what public facing idea can have I been thinking about that I would like to? I definitely would build something around estate management. So the problem is really simple. Most gated communities and estates have like security levies, sanitation levies, and all of those moving parts, access control, and different things. And there's a whole cabal around real estate agents and exorbitant fees, middlemen, and all of that. Anybody that is renting house right now knows that these fees are ridiculous. Now, most people try to tackle it from the rent part, but actually, the real cash cow is the service charge. If you touch the service charge, you would open up a whole can of worms. So, if I was doing anything out, and if it wasn't ORYX, I definitely would be building estate management on chain.
All right. Thank you very much for sharing. Thank you so much. Give us another thing from your end. I think this this is about it. Another thing from your end. I think your network is good. Okay. I think network is not so good. All right. Thank you very much, Victoria. Thank you, Cheryl, for jumping on this stream. It's been an amazing 45 minutes now talking about ORYX major problem that are solving. Uh, as always, I always say before we jump on each I make for products and for future customers. I always say build so that the products that are building on are very impactful products that are solving real time problem, not just products that are just products that are just because you build out something care from. These are real time solutions that are really impacting and changing and those again, always one again that have seen a major problem and solving it strategically and I mean very much transparent. And I also think that it's very cool that for each person that wants to put up a bounty, you and the team, you guys go behind the scenes, work out a whole process for that particular bounty to really tailor it down, really to that to the brand or to the company or to the guys who are coming in for that. So I mean, it's a very beautiful one, and as I always say, this is a very beautiful, amazing one. So everyone here, everyone joining the call, everyone better do well to the bounces that are currently for it. And if you want to set up one for yourself or your product, reach out to the you can reach out to Sheon so that they probably get on a call with you and work on build out a whole structure, a whole band structure that is tailored to you, not like a generalized tailored to you alone. So and that is a very and beautiful. So thank you once for joining us on this call. Yeah, definitely please you can drop the link to the bounties in the chat session. Just drop the links to the bounties available on Wix. In the chat comment section of this live stream. This persons can get to see and hop on it and all of that. So thank you again. and I hope we get to do it again probably time. Yeah. Thank you, Victoria. Thank you, Noel, and everyone on this call. Thank you very much for joining. Let's keep sharing it so that more persons can join. And one thing that if you don't even take anything back, take back, talk to Lisk. All you have to do is just talk to Lisk. You don't even have to press, just talk. Just do the talking. That's all. All right. So thank you very much for giving us that. Have a beautiful afternoon wherever you're joining this call from. Until next time on the Leaks Founder Spotlight. Thank you again for also joining to co-host with me. Uh, Big cheers, man. Thank you and have a beautiful time. Cheers.